Welcome to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services specializing in mobile crane service, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, and Silla College. The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Collins Insurance. Howard's Marathon of Winnemac. And 5-Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix is next.
Five-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now, that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of K99.3, Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays take the next step in Sectional 34 as they take on the awaiting South Central Satellites of Union Mills. This is Indiana High School basketball. For the last 57 years, we've experienced sports broadcasting greatness here on WKVI. For that, we tip our hat to Harold Welter and thank him for his dedication and service to local high school sports. Thank you, Harold, for all that you have done for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. Thank you to our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, who is back at KVB headquarters, making sure we are broadcasting out to you live. Down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information from the hardwood, our very own Chris McGowan. With me up in the nest as our sports analyst, we are honored to have two-time Indiana High School basketball state champ, Terry Minix. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. And we welcome you to the nest in North Judson, Indiana, 46366. This is the IHSAA's 2023 Boys Sectional 34 semifinal round as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for our 38th basketball broadcast of the season, we have seen the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays several times throughout this season. They have had an amazing season, losing only 3 times coming into today's contest. It's safe to say they are one of the favorites in this sectional. We will get to them in a moment, though, as we turn first to look at the visiting team in the South Central Satellites of Union Mills. They got the first round bye and have been waiting for this game. Head coach Eric Spear is in his 7th season leading the Satellites boys program. The Satellites have had a tough road this season. Eric Spear has talked about it on the Saturday Sports Line. He said the effort is there and the record doesn't implicate the type of basketball these Satellites can play. We were able to catch a glimpse of them earlier in the regular season where they took on the Tri-Township Tigers, winning at the launch pad 55-40. Since that time, they lost 4 straight, but then picked up a big come-from-behind win in overtime against Culver on the road. Terry and I witnessed an amazing comeback as these young satellites answered the call for Coach Spear and brought him what he said was his biggest win of his career up to that point, and he has won a couple of sectionals, he mentioned. The Satellites finished off their regular season with 2 tough losses to the Knox Redskins and Westville. The Satellites are 5-16 on the year. Leading the way for the Satellites in the scoring department is freshman Jay Huerta, averaging 12.4 points per game. Leading the squad in rebounding is Braden Lautenbach, averaging 4.1 boards per game, and Colin Ward leads this team in assists, averaging 2.8 per game. Breaking things down and analyzing things for us today, we have sports analysts Terry Minix and Chris McGowan. I'll start with you, Terry. How you been?
Doing good. Ready for some good basketball here today.
How you doing down there, Chris? How's things looking?
I think Chris forgot.
Well, I'll ask both of you here one at a time. We'll start with Terry. I know you like the 2 young freshmen on this Satellite team. What do you see them potentially giving us today, Terry?
Well, the thing is I told Coach Cheesem, the bad part about these kids being freshmen is they're freshmen. They don't know any better. And, these are 2 really nice freshmen the Satellites have to go along with, some senior leadership that Coach Spear has. And I'm expecting them to give give everything they've got today. And, the Blue Jays can't just stand there and think they're just going to, win this thing without, a battle.
Well, we saw the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays open their sectional this past Tuesday with a commanding win over the Wheeler Bearcats, 59-30. Before that, we hadn't seen the Blue Jays since January 21st. That was the night they were able to even the season series with their cross-county rival, the Knox Redskins, 52-37. They were coming off a tough loss to Rensselaer Central a couple of nights before that. Coach Cheesem told us in that Saturday Sports Line he was embarrassed. Cheesem had his Blue Jays at 10-3 on the year at that point. He said he wasn't happy, though, with his team's performance during that 2-week stint. He mentioned while they had experienced good wins, they just weren't playing up to his expectations. The Blue Jays answered Coach Cheesem's call that night, beating the Redskins, then went on a tear, winning the last 10 games of the season. 2 of those wins came over 4A schools Gary West and Kankakee Valley. The Blue Jays also went undefeated in conference play, becoming the 2023 Hoosier North Athletic Conference champions. Then won their 11th game in a row last Tuesday against Wheeler. The Blue Jays come into tonight's contest at 21-3 on the year. Leading the way for the Blue Jays in the scoring department is Kelson Jordan, averaging 14.9 points per game. Right behind him is Ty Schumacher, averaging 14, and then Quinn Bales averages 9.6, and Cheyenne Allen averaging 9.4. These Blue Jays can put up the points, and leading the team in rebounding is the big man, Kelson Jordan, averaging 5 per game. Quinn Bales is the team's assist leader so far, averaging just over 3 dimes per game. Let's start with you, Terry. What are your thoughts on these Blue Jays in this one today?
Well, I tell you, the Blue Jays are something special to watch. The other night, they did a great job of sharing the basketball. The other part, I said that impressed me in that game was how well they play defense. I mean, and they play real good team defense. They run and jump really, really well and share the basketball on the offensive side. So, the trouble for the Satellites today is just you're not sure who you can guard because they've got so many options out there.
Chris, give us your opinion on these North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. I know you're an alum.
This sectional getting moved to today may bode well for these Blue Jays because they are a lot deeper than most teams in this sectional. So again, I'm excited to see them play, and I'm going to head back down to courtside here and just take all this in, soak it up a little bit.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you being here, Chris. It's always a pleasure to have you down on the sidelines. It reminds me of football, Terry. I love when I have Chris down there. He gets all the ins and outs, and everybody knows him. It just makes it for a great broadcast.
Yeah, which is really good. And he gets his steps in, too.
He gets his steps in, too. Well, we appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch.
Thank you, John Thompson. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports. We are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned as the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
All right, I'm here with head coach Kent Cheesem, getting ready to go up against the South Central Satellites. We talked a little bit last week what you know about them. What have you been practicing getting ready for today against the Satellites?
Well, they really push the ball and good in transition. They shoot a lot of threes. They attack the basket from every position. So, we're getting ourselves ready and have been getting ourselves ready to play a really aggressive basketball team.
What's the one thing you want to see your boys do first thing right out the gate?
Well, I just want to make sure that we're up, we're out of bed, and we look like we're into it from the start and giving that defensive effort.
Message to Blue Jay Nation this morning.
And get up and get out of bed and get over here and support the Blue Jays.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked third most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News & World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back to the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I'm here with head coach Eric Spear of the South Central Satellites. Coach, coming into today. We were supposed to be here last night, but here we are in the morning. What do you know about the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays?
They're good. They're really good. They played very hard. They got a bunch of guys that have been playing varsity basketball for 2 or 3 years, so they know the magnitude of the situation. They know how to game plan. They know how to play well. They rebound well. They shoot well. I mean, they do a lot of stuff well.
What's the main thing you want to see from your boys first thing out the gate today?
I want to see us have some passion and energy, and I think we've talked all week about being ready. I think we're going to be ready to go, so I'd like to see that matriculate into the game.
Message to Satellite Nation this morning.
Let's go. Let's go, Satellites.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, you too.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Now it's time for the Keys to the Game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana high school basketball action, what are your keys to the game as a North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay, Terry?
I say two big things is do what the Blue Jays do. That's get up and down the floor, pressure. Like say the second thing is just pressure. I mean, their defense is as good as I've seen, this year. They run and jump as good as anybody out there, and if they can do that, they're going to give the Satellite fits.
All right, now we flip sides. Chris, you are the head coach of the South Central Satellites. What are your keys in trying to stop this lethal Blue Jay attack?
Well, the first thing I have to know is whether Coach Terry Minix ever used the word matriculate in a pregame speech.
Eric Spear said that.
Wow. I can't spell that, Chris.
Hey, if you're South Central, use your youth to your advantage. They like Coach Minix said earlier, they're freshmen. They don't know the magnitude of the situation. Use that to your advantage. And, control tempo, really. South Central likes to push the ball. They like to shoot a lot of threes. I don't know if you want to get into a run-and-gun game with a team that's 10 deep, being South Central, but that's the way you've played all year, and you can't change things now.
No, I'd say you're exactly right, Chris, and you spoke about it just a little bit the other day, Terry, in the postgame with Kent Cheatham.
Well, for sure, but I think, the Satellites, a big key for me is they've got to limit the Blue Jays to one shot at most.
I would agree. Would you agree, Chris?
Oh, yeah, rebounding is going to be huge here for South Central. North Judson takes that shot, they got to be one and done, and then, again, South Central just push the basketball, and obviously, anytime you play the game of basketball, you want to shoot it well. But for today, South Central is going to have to knock down several big threes to stay in this basketball game.
All right, we are set. We've got the guys with us as that's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Marian University's Ancilla College. If you are looking for a place to continue your education, visit marian.edu/Ancilla. Time to sit back, grab a Coke, and chill as the Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our starting lineup is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Hey folks, Auto Park Ford LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible healthcare experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Now it's time for the starting lineups.
For the Satellites of South Central, starting at point guard is Colin Ward. At the 2 guard is Jay Huerta. Starting at small forward is Clayton Strow. At the 4 is Derek Welsh. And at the 5 is Braden Grass. For the Blue Jays of North Judson-San Pierre, at point guard is Connor Benson. At the 2 is Ty Schumacher. Starting at small forward is Quinn Bales. At the power forward is Cheyenne Allen. And at the center, the big man in the middle, Kelson Jordan. That is your starting lineup for today as we will be back to get set for tip-off. You are listening to KVB's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking 4-hour dinners with friends. And that first bite of something new. And in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
From the nest in North Judson, Indiana, it's the 2023 IHSAA Sectional 34 semifinal round between the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays and the South Central Satellites. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, as WKVI will always be here. We also want to let you know Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR will always be there too. As a matter of fact, you can catch even more boys basketball sectional action between the Knox Redskins and the Culver Academy Eagles right now with the boss, Tony Ross, on Max 98.3 FM and online at max983.net. So happy for Tony as he gets to be back in his alma mater today. We invite you to flip back and forth as KVB always has you covered for local high school sports in this area of Indiana. Hey, don't hesitate to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Well, as you heard right before we went live, we announced our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week, and that was Connor Frazier from Oregon Davis High School. He is number 1 in the state for charges taken, and he is number 4 in the country. And Coach, you just got a text.
I got a text. He's first half at Bourbon. It's 13-11 Culver. But Connor Frazier has taken 3 charges thus far in the first half.
So he's just adding to the resume, Chris. Can you believe that?
I tell you what, it takes some guts to stand in there and take a charge. And congratulations to him. That's a special kid. That's the kind of kid you like to coach, that's for sure.
Oh, man, number 1 in the state for charges taken and number 4 in the country. That's unbelievable. But, guys, we've got a couple of minutes here before we get things rolling. Terry, let's start with you. Your overall opinion. We talked about how you have to start the sectionals out with a bang and make sure you get things rolling. Now here in the second game, the semifinal round, what is the first thing that you want to tell your team when you go into a game like this?
Well, like Chris said earlier, the whole thing is it's totally different than what it was supposed to be, when they were playing last night and come back tonight. It's a different mindset because the Blue Jays are a lot deeper, but Satellites can't look at that. They just got to worry about what's in front of them right now and win this game. And, if they do that, then they'll figure out tonight's game. So, like say for the Blue Jays, they can, they can go to their bench. They can go 9-10 deep, and that's a big advantage for them.
Yeah, talk about that, Chris. When you're going up against a team that's got a bench that deep, what do you tell your guys that might not have that many to come off?
You just got to go out and you got to play. You got to give everything you got and leave everything out on the floor. And then if you're lucky enough to get to tonight, let the adrenaline carry you through the championship game. But like Coach Minnick said, the important thing is finding a way to come out with the victory here this morning.
Well, we are proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight in the nest is Nathan Radke. The clock operator is Dave Altman. The scorekeeper is Nick Radke. Our officials for this evening are Tim Smith, Raleigh Thill, and Christian Courtier. Chris McGowan is with us courtside as he will be keeping an ear out for what's going on up close and personal. Two-time Indiana High School basketball state champion Terry Minnick is with us as our sports analyst today. I am Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are just about to be ready for Sectional 34 boys basketball action here from North Judson, Indiana. Boy, the chills, you just feel it here as we're getting ready for the national anthem. As I'm just about to turn things over to Nate Radke, the public address announcer here. And you heard the officials. Looks like a good team we have on hand to provide a great semifinal round. Harold Welter told me this is how it used to be in the old days. Semifinal in the morning and the championship in the evening. So here's public address announcer Nate Radke.
Your hats as we honor America with the play of our national anthem.
Every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central. Then in the afternoon, join Lenny Dessauer from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WKVI and WYMR. Catch our news on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Well, I didn't think we'd get here this fast, Coach, with last night's postponement, I should say. Things have changed quite a bit here. We're early up in the morning. Had to get some beauty rest. I went to bed early last night. You believe that?
Well, I don't think the beauty rest worked, but no, it's a full day of basketball. For North Judson, it's going to be fun for the town of North Judson. You got to all come out and watch 3 games today. Like Harold said, like the good old days. So we like that.
Yeah, like the good old days, huh, Chris?
That's right. And speaking about beauty rest, I'd have to be in a coma. But anyway, I got a face for radio, I guess is what they say. But yeah, this is exciting. The lights are out here, starting lineup going on, and a nice crowd here for this morning game.
Oh, absolutely. What a great crowd that's on hand. The Satellite Nation showed up in full force here at North Judson-San Pierre, and same for the Blue Jays. We see their cheer block is here in full force. And I see several of the girls basketball players from South Central here as well. Of course, they had that fantastic run all the way to the regional final game. But good to see them here supporting the boys' teams. That's always a good sign that you've got good school spirit. As they're going through the starting lineups again, we will remind all of our listeners who is starting. We look at the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. At point guard is Connor Benson. At the 2 is Ty Schumacher. Starting at small forward is Quinn Bales. At the 4 is Cheyenne Allen. And at the 5 is Kelson Jordan. For the Satellites of South Central, starting at point guard is Colin Ward. At the 2 is Jay Huerta. Starting at small forward is Clayton Strow. And at the 4 is Derek Welsh. And in the center position is Braden Grass, as that is our starting lineup for this morning, as this is semifinal round action here at North Judson, Indiana, as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays take on the South Central Satellites. A little bit different teams in the sense of you've got juniors and seniors mainly on the Blue Jay team, and then you look over at South Central and see very young underclassmen. So like you said last week, Terry, it comes down to sometimes freshmen don't know they're not supposed to win.
Exactly, and that's going to be the thing. They come out here, they knock a few shots down, and they'll get that confidence, and they'll forget about being a freshman.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Chris, with the 2 different teams like that. Sometimes freshmen just don't know that they're not supposed to win.
Exactly. I think the start of this game is going to be very important for South Central to keep that confidence and build that confidence. The longer North Judson allows South Central to hang in the game, the tighter it's going to get, obviously, for North Judson.
All right, we are set. As today's tip-off is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. Kelson Jordan and Braden Grass in the center to tip this one up. As we are set for semifinal round action in sectional 34. Kelson Jordan gets the tip, and Connor Benson's going to bring it across the timeline. Benson's going to kick it back over to Cheyenne Allen, and Cheyenne Allen's going to find Ty Schumacher. Schumacher back up top to Quinn Bales. Bales now over to Kelson Jordan, wide over. 3 on the way, no good, a little too hard. Rebounded by Quinn Bales on the inside, though. Second chance opportunity for the Blue Jays. Bales turnaround shot from the post, and he gets it to go. Quinn Bales with a nice shot there.
That's that second opportunity thing they can't let happen.
Here's Derek Welsh bringing it across the timeline. He's got 2 Blue Jays on him. Now they switch. It's over to Jay Huerta at the top of the key now. Huerta, he finds Colin Ward. Ward with the ball, now the junior. He then finds Derek Welsh. Welsh with Ty Schumacher on him. We've seen him provide good minutes for these Satellites, as here's Derek Welsh back up top at Colin Ward. 7 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. The Blue Jays lead 2-0 over the South Central Satellites. It's Colin Ward dribbling between his legs. Kelson Jordan on him. He got the switch. Here he goes. He brings Kelson Jordan back out. Up top, dribbling between his legs, finds Jay Huerta in the corner. Fakes a 3, step back, thought about it again. Now inside to number 23. That's Braden Grass, and a foul's called on the floor right in front of Chris.
Yeah, it's going to be an offensive foul. Should be North Judson basketball.
I think he called that wrong.
Yeah, I think he called it wrong, Chris. They're giving it to the South Central here.
Yeah, he did call that wrong. He's talking to Coach Cheesem right now.
Yeah, he just said, my bad, taps him on the chest as it's an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Satellites. Colin Ward gets it out to Clayton Stroud, back to Ward. Ward crossing over, driving inside, now brings it back out. He's got Connor Benson on him. Colin Ward brings it back out to the main big Blue Jay, front and center. Now finds Clayton Stroud. Stroud with Quinn Bales on him. Stroud finds Derek Welsh off the pick, top of the key, 3 on the way. No good off the right iron, but they get a second chance opportunity. Rebound Braden Grass, and he threw it away. Stolen by Ty Schumacher. Here comes Ty. He finds Cheyenne Allen in the far corner. Cheyenne back up top to Connor Benson, then to Quinn Bales, top of the key, 3!
Splash.
Big time 3. Water. Quinn Bales here as he hits the 3. 5-0, the Blue Jays lead. And here on the other end is Braden Grass with the South Central Satellites. Back to Jay Huerta. Huerta driving inside. Fakes the pass. Now he stopped at the free throw line. Finds Colin Ward. Ward now with Connor Benson on him. Cross-court pass to Derek Welsh. Welsh driving inside. Puts up a shot from 5 feet. No good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched. Well, no, it didn't hit anything. It just goes out of bounds. A little bit of an air ball there, guys.
That last possession for the Blue Jays, it just shows how well they share the basketball. They move the ball so fast and we're able to get a wide open 3.
So Quinn Bales gets it into Connor Benson to bring it across the timeline. Benson back over to Ty Schumacher. Schumacher looking inside, nothing there. Takes the pick from Kelson Jordan. Back to Quinn Bales. He's feeling himself, wow, and he gets it to go. Another 3 back-to-back for Quinn Bales. He's got 6 points in the first quarter.
Got 8.
And head coach Eric Spear is going to call a timeout here and talk things over, as that was a big-time 3 from Quinn Bales, as today's broadcast is brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Boy, big-time 3, Chris.
Yeah, Quinn Bales right now has all 8 points for North Judson. Great start for the young junior. And again, North Judson defensively, I tell you what, they're doing a very good job of communicating on the defensive end, switching when they need to, but not switching everything. Just very fundamentally sound defensively for North Judson.
Yeah, what do you think of that opening start for the Blue Jays?
I think it's perfect for the Blue Jays. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, and it's obviously not a great start for the Satellites, but it's 8-0 and it's early, so they can get back into it.
So the Satellites will have the ball out of the timeout here, as it's Colin Ward to bring it across the timeline. He's going to hand off to Derek Welsh. They almost lost it. Ward picks it back up, back to Braden Grass, over to Clayton Stroud. Stroud driving inside. Picked up his dribble, turned around and tried to find Jay Huerta, and the ball goes sailing out of bounds as Jay was driving baseline, unfortunately. So another turnover for the Satellites, as the Blue Jays will bring this one across the timeline. It's Connor Benson. Benson now top of the key, finds Quinn Bales. He's going to pop it deep, 3 on the way. Boy, he's feeling it in and out, though. Missed it, as it's Derek Welsh with the rebound, and he's going to bring it across the timeline and find Colin Ward. Ward now brings it back up top, under 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. The Blue Jays lead 8-0. Derek Welsh with the ball, Ty Schumacher on him. Welsh over to Clayton Stroud, 3 on the way, top of the key, no good, off the right iron, and rebounded again by Braden Grass. That's his second offensive rebound down low with Kelson Jordan on him. He's fighting.
Yeah, was able to get the inside position there. North Judson doing a good job of switching that double screen and just put themselves in a bad position to get the defensive rebound. So South Central doing a good job of maintaining that inside position.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. The Satellites get it out up top. That's number 10. He just checked in. Kevin Higley. Now over to Jay Huerta. Just off the right elbow. Pops a shot, and Ty Schumacher's called for a foul. Jay Huerta is going to go to the line to shoot 2 here.
I think that's...
So Jay Huerta is going to get a couple of shots here, as today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. Jay Huerta misses the first of 2 free throws. We see Eric Materna check in and Kelson Jordan check out for the Blue Jays, as Huerta is normally a very good free throw shooter. Gets the first one out of the way. Here's the second one, and he makes that one count. First points on the board for the Satellites. It's 8-1. As here we are, 4:30 to go in the first quarter. It's Connor Benson. Hands off to Ty Schumacher. Schumacher with the ball. Now he's driving in. Kicks it over to Eric Materna. Back up top to Ty Schumacher. He's driving inside. Nice Euro hop. Oh, and then they're called for a foul on the inside.
Yeah, I can call that on the floor there on the drive. So North Judson basketball to the right of the basket.
Underneath their own basket are the Blue Jays as they set the play. Quinn Bales gets it to Cheyenne Allen. He gets it back to Quinn. Quinn up top to Connor, then over to Eric Materna. Materna driving baseline, dumps off back to Connor, down low, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Cheyenne Allen. And then another foul called on the inside. We'll see what it is here.
Yeah, foul on South Central there on the rebound attempt, a putback attempt by Cheyenne Allen. So Cheyenne Allen's going to get 2 shots here from the free throw line.
So Cheyenne Allen getting his way there on the inside as he's fighting down low, and his first free throw's up, away, and no good, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 43 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. Cheyenne Allen at the line, missed the first one, second one's on the way. Off the back iron, again missed it, and rebounded Jay Huerta over to Derek Welsh, up to Braden Grass. Here's Braden, he's going to pop it from 19, wing, no good, and then rebounded. Great box out by Aldrich Harper, and he finds Quinn Bales to bring it across the timeline. Quinn gets it into Eric Materna, back out to Quinn, baseline, driving, back up to Eric. Materna with the ball, right in front of the Satellites bench, finds Aldrich Harper, deep 3 on the way, no good, fight for the rebound, finds it into the hands of Cheyenne Allen. His putback attempt is good, and Cheyenne Allen makes a big-time play for the Blue Jays, 10-1 as they lead in this one. This is Kevin Higley with the ball. Hands off to Jay Huerta for the Satellites. Now he's driving inside. Puts up his shot over Ty Schumacher. Couldn't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, fakes, and he gets that put back to go. A nice job by freshman Jay Huerta. This is Quinn Bales to bring it across the timeline. Quinn finds Ty Schumacher. Schumacher back over to Aldrich Harper. Harper back over to Bales. Man-to-man defense from the Satellites as Bales pops it from the free throw line, and he gets it to go. Quinn Bales making things happen, and the pressure's on from the Blue Jays here as they're going to pick up full court. Oh, stolen by Aldrich Harper immediately on Kevin Higley. Here comes Harper, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded by Cheyenne Allen, and the tip back in. Wow, what a play. Harper and Allen were all over it there, as here's the pressure again. This is Clayton Stroud to bring it across the timeline. He's got to fight for it, as Quinn Bales was all over him. Finds Derek Welsh in the corner, driving baseline. Welsh now stopped. Finds up top Jay Huerta. Huerta with Aldrich Harper on him. Back over to Derek Welsh, deep 3 in the corner on the way. Yes!
Nice.
Big time 3 for Derek Welsh as he makes it count, 14-6. The Satellites are putting up a little bit of a fight here at the end of the first quarter, as this is Aldrich Harper bringing it across the timeline, finds Cheyenne Allen. And he's going to be called for a travel there on that one, Coach. Not one you want to see.
No, that's one of them unforced turnovers that you really definitely don't want to see. You know, this pressure's the thing that the Blue Jays do so well. I'm just amazed at how quick they are, even with their size.
So the Satellites are going to kick this one into Kevin Higley. Higley's going to be trapped by Eric Materna, Aldrich Harper. It was almost stolen by Connor Benson while Higley tried to find Jay Huerta there, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here. Kelson Jordan's going to check back in, and Quinn Bales is going to check out. What a great first quarter for Quinn Bales, guys.
Yeah, great start there by Quinn Bales. He's got 10 points of the 14 for North Judson, doing a good job of mixing it in inside and outside. 2 3-pointers and couple baskets around the paint.
2:10 to go here in the first quarter. Full court press from the Blue Jays, 14-6. Now the Blue Jays are going to pull it back as Derek Welsh brings it across the timeline. Here's Derek. He's going to hand off to Kevin Higley. Higley now getting around Aldrich Harper. Higley back to Braden Grass. Grass over to Derek Welsh. Takes the pass, driving baseline, puts up the layup, and he gets it to go. Nice take by Derek Welsh. 14-8. The Satellites are fighting here, and Eric Spear likes that. Got the bench on their feet clapping. Here's Connor Benson crossing the timeline. Back over to Wyatt Stowe, who just checked in. Wyatt driving in. Finds Aldrich Harper in the far corner. Harper fakes the pass, dumps off to Kelson Jordan, who's driving inside, and Kelson Jordan gets a nice layup there, 16-8. As here's Jack Cashel, who just checked in. He gets it back to Braden Grass, and Aldrich Harper's going to get called for a reach-in foul here.
Yeah, a little too over-aggressive there by Aldrich Harper on the return pass, and just got caught reaching, caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
So a sideline out of bounds play for the South Central Satellites as it's Jack Cashel to take it out. He kicks it back court to Jay Huerta. Coach and I love watching Jay, man. He's such a good player for a freshman especially. He finds Jack Cashel, who can pop it from anywhere as well. This is into Braden Grass at the left elbow. Grass hands off to Kevin Higley. Higley brings it back out. He's got Aldrich Harper on him. 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter. 16-8, the Blue Jays lead over the Satellites. Derek Welsh back up top to Jay Huerta. Fakes the three, dribbles, now he picks it up. Back over to Derek Welsh. Eric Materna on him. He brings it back up top. They're going to reset here. Derek dribbling around, picks up his dribble, now finds Braden Grass, top of the key. 40 seconds here. Grass driving inside, puts up the shot, blocked by Kelson Jordan, and then the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Braden Grass, they say. It's going to be Blue Jay ball here. And a full-on substitution here from the Blue Jays. We see Quinn Bales, Cheyenne Allen, and Ty Schumacher all check back in. For the Satellites, we are going to see Clayton Stroud come in for Jack Cashel. So a quick few minutes there for Jack. As Coach said a few weeks ago, Coach Eric Spear said Jack is put in the game to score, and that is his main objective for Jack here early on in his career. As here's Cheyenne Allen on the other end of the floor, under 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Cheyenne has the ball with Derek Welsh on him. He's going to bring it back up top. Now he finds Ty Schumacher. Schumacher back over to Connor Benson, under 20 seconds here. 16-8. We're going to see the Blue Jays hold it for one shot here. Benson gets it to Cheyenne Allen, driving right away, puts up the layup, couldn't get it, got his rebound again. Now there's another fight for the rebound. Quinn Bales comes up with it back out to Connor Benson. Now he's driving inside, spins around, shoots a shot, no good, and it's rebounded by Kevin Higley as that will be the end of the first quarter. 16-8, the Blue Jays lead early in this one. Boy, Coach, a lot happened there. The Satellites kind of fighting back in it, though.
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty decent job in actually for giving up a lot of second and third opportunities. They didn't fend too well. That 16-8. They fought their way back into that. I do have a score from Bourbon, though.
Yeah, please share.
At the beginning of the fourth quarter, it's the Culver Cavaliers 29, Yorga Davis Bobcats 16.
Wow. Well, Culver, they've had a tough season, as well as the Oregon Davis Bobcats. You knew it was going to be a scrappy game.
Well, they had, with Argus upsetting Triton, I guess you'd call it an upset over there. It was a one-point game, and, it's tough to beat the Trojans over there in the pit, and Argus was able to do it. So right now they probably have to be the favorite.
Let's go down to our sideline sports analyst, Chris McGowan, to see what he heard in the Blue Jay huddle. Chris.
Yeah, Coach Cheesem there just making some adjustments defensively. The South Central starting their offense, everything with the down screen. So North Judson going to automatically switch that first down screen and see how this plays out. And then they talked about Huerta running off a double screen and how they're going to defend that. So some adjustments already defensively for North Judson.
Well, they look like they're double team, or at least face guarding Huerta anyway. He's not even getting an opportunity to get a shot off.
Well, I appreciate that report, Chris. That was awesome. That was our first report from the huddle all season long. That was so cool to get a little inside action as what the Blue Jays are trying to do here is Jay Huerta is going to find Clayton Stroud to start the second quarter. It's back to Jay. They really want the ball in his hands. Jay back over to Clayton Stroud. They've got Ty Schumacher on Jay. That tells you a lot. Here's Colin Ward up top. Ward with the ball. He finds Derek Welsh. Welsh now with the ball. Kelson Jordan on him. He's going to fake the shot. It's a big man he's got on him. Back over to Clayton Stroud up top. Here's Clayton driving inside, left elbow. Oh, nice hesitation. Fakes the shot, puts it up. Couldn't get it to go. And I think the Satellites wanted a foul called.
Contact.
Yeah, nothing called, though. They're letting them play. As here's Connor Benson back up top on the other end of the floor. He finds Ty Schumacher with Clayton Stroud on him. Ty back over to Wyatt Stowe, who stayed in to start the second. Here's Connor Benson. Deep three on the way. No good. Rebounded Derek Welsh. And the Satellites control the possession here. 16-8, up to Braden Grass. Now he's got the ball in the corner. Kelson Jordan on him. finds his way into the paint. Now back up to Jay Huerta up top, over to Colin Ward. Ward now extended wing right in front of the Blue Jays bench. He's going to bring it back up top of the key. Now over to Derek Welsh. He's going to drive baseline. He may have to be the guy they need, Coach, as this is Braden Grass now with the ball. He's got Kelson Jordan on him. Back. Oh, it's going to be stolen. The long arm of Kelson Jordan. Now it falls into the hands of Wyatt Stowe behind his back. Here he comes. Back up top to Quinn Bales, who's been hot. Quinn back to Connor, who then finds Kelson. Kelson inside to Quinn. Nice cut there. Now he's doubled. He puts up the layup and he gets it to go. Quinn Bales. Wow, guys. He is putting on a performance today.
Quinn Bales show right now.
Wow.
Yeah, just a good flex cut there by Quinn Bales and good execution offensively for North Judson.
So Colin Ward up top of the key, brings it across the timeline, finds Derek Welsh. He's got Ty Schumacher on him. Derek driving baseline, tries to find it to the far corner. Oh, almost stolen, but it falls into the hands of a satellite. That's Clayton Stroud, who then gets it over to Jay Huerta, fakes the three, drives around. Nice play by Jay. No good, couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Clayton Stroud. Back to Colin Ward, over to Jay. Three on the way in the wing. No good. Rebounded Quinn Bales, and here come the Blue Jays. That's the shot they wanted. Bales over to Ty Schumacher. Schumacher over to Jordan in the corner, fakes the three, drives around, but he's called for a travel.
I think the last two times down the floor for the Satellites, that's the first two shots Jay's been able to get off. The Blue Jays have been on him crazy.
I tell you what, I've been really impressed with Wyatt Stowe. Just on the ball defense, all these Judson defenders are really good, but he really sets himself apart defensively with his pressure on the ball.
Yeah, we remember Wyatt Stowe was the early starter on the Blue Jays team. It just turned into Connor Benson late. I think Wyatt Stowe coming off the bench was a good choice for Kent Cheatham as he provides that spark. As here on the other end is the Satellites, it's Clayton Stroud. No good, little overshot it and rebounded Connor Benson. And here comes Connor across the timeline over to Aldrich Harper. Harper now with the ball. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Sectional 34 semifinal round. The Blue Jays against the South Central Satellites of Union Mills. Here's Ty Schumacher into the corner. Aldrich Harper, three on the way. No good. Rebounded Ty Schumacher on the inside, and then there's a fight for it. They're going to call a foul here. We don't know what. We'll see.
I think it's on Clayton.
Yep. So they're going to.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Yep. That's his second.
They're going to call it on Kevin Higley, who's going to check out, and Colin Ward will check back in, as this is an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Blue Jays. Quinn Bales finds it out to Kelson Jordan, who then gets it over to Ty Schumacher, then to Quinn Bales, back up to Connor Benson, top of the key, inside to a nicely sealed, oh, here we go, spin around, almost shot it back out to Kelson Jordan for three. No good. It was Ty Schumacher on the inside. Now it's Aldrich Harper getting the rebound. He puts it back and no good. Rebound to Colin Ward. The defense is there for the Satellites. Here comes Ward crossing the timeline. Ward back over to Jack Haschel, who just checked in. Here comes Haschel driving in on Aldrich Harper. Shoots it from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Colin Ward, and he hit it off of Connor Benson's face, and it goes right out of bounds. Nice save for the Satellites.
Well, I tell you, I'm very impressed with the Satellites getting second and third opportunities down there. You know, they're a little undersized compared to the Blue Jays, but they're doing a great job.
Yeah, doing a good job of being very scrappy.
So an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the South Central Satellites is Colin Ward. He's going to get it into Derek Welsh. Welsh is going to hand off to Colin Ward. Ward with the ball up top. He's got Connor Benson on him. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. It's now over to Clayton Stroud. Stroud stopped at the left elbow in the paint. He's got trouble. Oh, step through,
wow, nice.
And he puts up the layup. Wow, the presence of mind to have an extra step there. What a great move, as here comes Connor Benson across the timeline. It's an 8-point ball game here. 18-10, the Blue Jays lead. Nice play to Ty Schumacher. Dump off to Quinn Bales in the inside, and he gets the nice layup to go.
Who else but Quinn Bales?
Quinn Bales, it's his game. Up to Clayton Stroud, three on the way. No good. Jack Haschel, though, comes up with the second chance opportunity. He's going to pop a three in the corner. No good. Rebounded Quinn Bales, and here comes Quinn. Up to Ty Schumacher. Schumacher in the far corner. Back over to Kelson Jordan. Fakes the three over to Quinn. He's going to pop it. Top of the key. No good. Rebounded Aldrich Harper. And, yep, he pushed Jay Huerta off. And that's what he's going to be called for.
I think that'll be Aldrich's second. So he'll be finding himself on the bench here with Eric Materna and Cheyenne Allen both checking in for the Blue Jays.
We also see Braden Grass and number 13, Noah Howard, as well as number 11, Braden Lautenbach check in. Derek Welsh will check out. As the South Central Satellites will have the ball here, they get it into Colin Ward. Ward now with Connor Benson picking up full court, brings it across the timeline. Ward takes the pick, driving baseline, picks up his dribble, steps through, blocked by Kelson Jordan. Back out to Braden Grass, who then finds Noah Howard in the corner for three, and he got it to go. Nice shot from Noah Howard, as that makes it 20-13.
It's another one of them freshmen. Don't understand they're a freshman.
Ty Schumacher pops his shot just above the free throw line. A fight for the rebound. See Cheyenne Allen come up with it, and he's going to be fouled. No good, but he will go to the line, it looks like here. My goodness, what a great shot by Noah Howard there in the corner for the Satellites.
I'll tell you what, this game's not for the faint of heart. You better be a man if you're going to the paint. There's a lot of contact going on, and whistles not being blown very much.
Yeah, they are letting them play here today, as this is the kind of basketball game I'd love to play. Let them play, and that's what's happening as Cheyenne Allen hits the first of two. His second one's on the way, and he makes it count. As the Satellites are going to get it into Colin Ward here. Ward, 2:49 to go in the first half, 22-13. All of our area team games got postponed to this morning and or this evening for the Winamac Warriors. This is Braden Grass getting it inside to Noah Howard, and then a foul's called.
Cheyenne, that's his second.
Yep, being a little aggressive down there on the freshman Noah Howard.
Noah Howard did a very good job of sealing him off.
You know, that's the importance of them being so deep. I mean, they can have a couple fouls, be able to set a couple starters, but they bring in just as much.
We see Wyatt Stowe check back in for the Blue Jays. His coach is right, as this is Noah Howard dumping it off to Colin Ward. Ward now with the ball. He then finds Jay Huerta. Huerta step back pop from the corner. No good, almost there. And then a fight for the rebound, almost came up with it. And they are going to call it satellite ball here right in front of Chris.
Yeah, you can hear the North Judson face. Didn't like that call.
They did not like that call at all.
Oh, that's what they're saying. I couldn't tell, Chris.
As it's Colin Ward, top of the key. You've been trained to tune that out, Coach, for all those years.
That's right.
As here's Colin Ward now driving baseline, kicks it back up top to Braden Grass. Nice hesitation, and he goes inside and gets the easy left-hand layup. As here come the Blue Jays, 22-15. They lead. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Ty Schumacher tries to get it into Kelson Jordan. Back to Ty. Three on the way. In and out. Rebounded Jay Huerta for the Satellites. He pushes it to Colin Ward, who then finds Braden Grass. Grass now back up to Colin Ward. 1:45 to go. 22-15. This would be a big possession for them if they could get some points on the board. Colin Ward with the ball. He finds Jay Huerta. Eric Materna on him, and head coach Eric Spear is going to call a timeout as we thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Finally, Mark's Body Shop is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark and Knox at 574-772-7003.
Well, I tell you what, I'm impressed with the Satellites. They've done everything they need to do. I mean, I only have them for 4 turnovers right now, and they're getting second and third opportunities on the offensive glass. They're doing everything they want to do, and that's why Coach Spear called that timeout. He wants to get a good possession here, get a basket, keep cutting into this lead a little bit.
Yeah, what do you think, Chris?
Exactly. North Judson started off fast there with Quinn Vale scoring the first 8 points, but South Central has hung around. They've hit enough big shots in the half-court set to keep themselves in it, to give themselves an opportunity here. Only down 7 with a minute 37 left to go in the second quarter.
Well, believe me, I'm sure the LaVille and South Bend Career Academy both want this game to stay close, and they probably even want an overtime if they can.
Oh, yeah. Maybe 4 or 5 overtime.
Yeah, exactly.
As here we go, the Satellites are going to have possession here out of the timeout. They'll kick it back court to Derek Welsh. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Here's Derek. He kicks it over to Braden Grass. Grass now, top of the key, over to Jay Huerta, top of the key. Here's Jay. It's going to be stolen by Eric Paterna. He picked the pocket. Here comes Eric driving in on Jay Huerta. Puts his shoulder down. No call. Couldn't get the layup to go. Rebound of Braden Grass. Another good defensive stop for the Satellites as they came back. It's hard to get players.
That was a good no call.
Yeah. So here's Derek Welsh in the far corner. He gets it back up top to Braden Grass. As here's backhanded off to Derek Welsh. 1 minute to go in the first half. 22-15 here. This is Derek Welsh. He finds Braden Grass. Grass with Kelson Jordan on him. Fakes the pass, then finds Noah Howard. Noah driving inside, picks up his dribble back out. Oh, it's going to be stolen again. Wyatt Stowe, there he is, Chris. Here comes Wyatt to bring it across the timeline. Wyatt driving baseline, and a foul's called immediately, blocking foul, as it looks like Wyatt's going to go to the line.
Yeah, and that's on Noah. That's his second.
So we see Quinn Bales check in for Wyatt Stowe there, as he will be in the out-of-bounds player here to pass it in. They get it out to Kelson Jordan. Jordan back up top to Connor Benson, then over to Quinn Bales, then inside to Kelson Jordan. Back over to Eric Materna. Materna back up to Kelson. Three on the way. No good. Too short. Rebounded Quinn Bales. Bales is going to bring it back out. And then here's Kent Cheesem saying one shot.
I know where I'd go with this one shot.
20 seconds to go.
Mr. Bales.
Mr. Bales. All right, we'll see what they do here. 15 seconds, 22-15. Connor Benson with the ball. Here comes Ty off the pick. Shot on the way. And they're called for an offensive foul, I think.
Moving screen.
Yeah, what'd you see, Chris?
Yeah, Eric Materna there just leaned into that screen a little bit. They were running Schumacher on the screen off the top there. And Materna just didn't have his feet set.
So under 10 seconds, Colin Ward's going to bring it across the timeline. Gets it over to Derek Welsh. He's falling on the floor. Clayton Stroud picks it up in the corner, shoots it for three. Oh my gosh, they call him for a foul. He's going to go to the line to shoot three here, guys.
Wow.
Wow.
They're going to call that foul on Quinn Bales, I believe.
Yep. That's Quinn's first. I think he gets, was that a three?
Yeah, the ref had three fingers in the air on the foul, so Clayton Stroud gets three chances here. His first one's up, away, and good, as the clock is stopped at 0.5 seconds.
That's a big play.
Stroud, second free throw on the way. He makes it count. That's now 22-17. Boy, they're going to come out in good luck here to start the third quarter, as here's the third free throw from Clayton Stroud on the way, and he makes that one count. 22-18 as Quinn Bales full court shot. Oh man, you just don't know with him today. Off the back iron, it looked good. But that will be the end of the first half, as we are going to step away and take a break for the Collins Insurance postgame show. As it's 22-18, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead over the South Central Satellites. For Terry Minix and Chris McGowan, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we've been serving family farms for over 130 years. We've seen our customers succeed in good times, pull through in tough times, and we've learned some lessons along the way. So we appreciate the customers we have today by finding the solutions they'll be looking for tomorrow. Are you ready to talk about your farm operation? Stop by a branch or visit us online at ffbt.com. First Farmers Bank and Trust, Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked third most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News & World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on K99.3 FM. Here's Mitch Columbi.
22-18 as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead over the South Central Satellites of Union Mills here in semifinal round of Sectional 34 here in North Judson, Indiana. I am with Terry Minix and Chris McGowan. Guys, we'll start with you, Terry, your overall opinion of that first half.
I think actually the Satellites really did well that second quarter, did a nice job, withstood the pressure. You know, I had them for 6 turnovers for the half. They did a real nice job, and, you know, the thing is, I think the Blue Jays, what I would be doing this second half is I would be trying to pound the ball in a little bit more to Kelson inside. And if you go inside, then you can go outside, send the ball back outside to Quinn Bales, who had 14 of the 22 points for him. So I think I'd try to play more of an inside-outside game as opposed to just living and dying with the threes.
Yeah, Chris, give us your thoughts on that first half.
Yeah, again, South Central did a good job of weathering the storm and did very good job on the glass in that second quarter. If you're North Judson, again, you got to figure out a way to get Ty Schumacher and Kelson Jordan involved offensively, maybe running some sets, getting them on the block. Late in the second quarter, you saw them do that, trying to get Ty Schumacher down on the block, posting up. But to see North Judson, like Coach said, I think he hit the nail right on the head. Work inside, then back out.
Yeah, between Kelson and Ty, they have 2 points between them. So, you know, obviously, you know, you want to get them involved because they're 2 of your leaders. But the easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is like, say, the inside out when you throw the ball inside. And if you want to, because Ty's such a great outside shooter, you know, have him and Quinn on the outside, you know, if Kelson gets double teamed.
Exactly. Have put either Quinn or Ty on the wing on the same side as Jordan posting up, and the other one on the opposite side looking for the kick to the opposite side from the block there. So, again, a three-headed monster for North Judson. But, again, give South Central credit. They're doing a good job defensively executing their game plan. And I think if you'd have asked Coach Spear before the game started, hey, you're only going to be down 4 at halftime, I think he'd have taken it.
Well, definitely. I mean, you obviously always want to be in the lead, but to go down 4, you know, they were down 8 at the end of the first quarter, and they just, like you said, weathered the storm, and they did a really, really nice job handling North Judson's pressure, which most people have had issues with all year long.
Well, we are going to step away as this is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936. Time to step away. 4 minutes until the third quarter. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
From the Nest in North Judson, Indiana, second half basketball action is coming your way. Semifinal round, Sectional 34 here in North Judson, San Pierre.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
Welcome back to the Nest in North Judson, Indiana, as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays are taking on the South Central Satellites. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, as WKVI will always be here. Well, Terry, you said you have a score update for us.
Yeah, from Bourbon, Culver Cavaliers will advance to the championship game with a 40-24 against the Oregon Davis Bobcats. So they'll play the winner of Marquette-Argus, which I would have thought Marquette, but the way Argus is playing, who knows?
Who knows? Well, sad ending for the Oregon Davis Bobcats, one of our area teams, and also a big-time win for another one of our area teams in the Culver Cavaliers, as we weren't able to talk with any of our area head coaches, but if you tune in next Saturday on the Saturday Sports Line, we'll make sure to have all our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern every Saturday morning right here on KVB's WKVI. So to start the third quarter, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays are going to have the ball. It looks like they're waiting on a spill. They're cleaning up their baseline right in front of you, Chris.
Hey, Chris, did you do that?
Did you do that?
You went to the hospitality.
Eating snacks?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I will hit that after the game, for sure.
Don't forget about us.
Well, a shout out to you and Dawn for bringing a Finger Hut Bakery. I always appreciate that, Chris, as a big-time gift. I always appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Tell you what, this first possession for North Judson, we'll see what kind of adjustments they've made here offensively. Looks like South Central setting up in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, it does look like that. So a little bit of a zone defense here from the Satellites here, as this is Connor Benson with the ball up top. He's going to kick it over to Cheyenne Allen. Cheyenne hands off to Kelson Jordan, back over to Ty Schumacher, who then finds Connor Benson. Back over to Quinn Bales, who had the hot hand. Inside to Kelson Jordan, establishing the post and the turnaround shot. Exactly what Terry Minix was talking about in the halftime break there. Get Kelson Jordan established on the inside, and then you can worry about the threes, and that's exactly what the Blue Jays did on their first possession here in the second half. As this is Colin Ward up top of the key. Gets it over to Jay Huerta. Huerta with the ball now. Huerta finds it over to Derek Welsh. Welsh now. He's driving baseline. Picks his dribble up. Back over to Colin Ward. Ward now. Connor Benson on him. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 24-18. Here's Ward driving baseline. Threw it under the legs of Quinn Bales, and it finds its way over to Jay Huerta, who's driving inside. Takes on three. Blue Jays puts up the layup. No good. Gets his own rebound, and then a fight for it. And he falls to the ground. He's called for a travel there on the baseline. Turnover for the Satellites.
That's one of them hustle travels right there. He did everything he could, just couldn't stay on his feet.
So Connor Benson to bring it across the timeline. Here comes the play. Looks like the Satellites went back to man-to-man here. Here's Derek Welsh up top on Cheyenne Allen. Back over to Kelson Jordan. Braden Grass on him. Hands off to Ty Schumacher. Three on the way. No good. Rebounded Cheyenne Allen on the inside. Fakes, puts it back up off the fake, and he gets it to go. A nice turnaround shot from the post for Cheyenne Allen, and right away the Satellites push it forward. Last touched by Ty Schumacher. Goes sailing out of bounds. It'll be Satellite ball.
Good start for the Blue Jays, kind of establishing themselves inside.
8-point ball game, 26-18. Is it a sideline out of bounds playing in front of their own bench for the Satellites. They get it into Braden Grass. Kelson Jordan on him. Grass with the ball, now driving in. Kicks it cross court to Clayton Stroud. Now back up to Derek Welsh, who then finds Colin Ward. Ward brings it back up top. Connor Benson on him. Ward, stutter step, drives inside, brings it back out. Right at the free throw line, finds Jay Huerta, fakes the three. Cheyenne Allen on him. He's going to pop it right in Cheyenne's face. No good. Rebounded Ty Schumacher, and here come the Blue Jays. Up to Quinn Bales across the timeline. Quinn to the corner. This is Cheyenne Allen, stolen by Derek Welsh. Great hands from him. Welsh gets it back to Colin Ward. Ward to bring it across the timeline. Dribbling between his legs, finds Jay Huerta, fakes the shot, drives inside. Now he picks it up, back over to Colin Ward. Ward up top with the ball. Now over to Jay. Three on the way in front of his own bench. No good. And a fight for the rebound. Last touch by Clayton Stroud. It will be Blue Jay ball.
I think the Satellites have to keep attacking. Look like they're settling right now, trying to get back, get 8 points in one shot.
Yep. As Connor Benson brings it across the timeline. As they get it into Kelson Jordan.
Beautiful.
Nice dump-off pass to Cheyenne Allen. And that's another score for him, 28-18. It's a 10-point ball game as Colin Ward brings it across the timeline. Finds Derek Welsh. Welsh with Ty Schumacher on him, driving baseline. Now he brings it back out. Welsh calling the play. Finds Colin Ward. Ward with Benson on him. Now over to Clayton Stroud. Stroud driving baseline. Kelson Jordan on him. Wow, he got deeper than I thought he would. Now back up top to Braden Grass. Then over to Jay Huerta. Back to Clayton in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by Cheyenne Allen. And he pushes it forward to Quinn Bales. Bales back to Kelson Jordan. Jordan with the ball. Now up top. Now inside to Cheyenne Allen. Turnaround shot. And he gets a nice layup. And you're exactly right, Coach. Eric Spear wants to call a timeout and talk things over, as today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina. Spring is here. Get your boat serviced and ready for the summer. Call them at 574-842-5000. We appreciate them in their support toward continuing the tradition.
Chris, we ought to be coaches because all 8 points of them for the Blue Jays this quarter have all been in the paint, so they're establishing themselves in the inside. Yeah, I think that's something that they had to do. They weren't doing in the first half, and that's pretty much, go inside, and then once they take that, the Satellites take that away, then you go to the outside.
Yeah, Chris, did you hear anything in the huddle there at all?
Yeah, just Coach Spear imploring his kids to lock in mentally. You got to go back to what they were doing in the first half and executing and getting a little bit more physical. Right now, North Judson doing a good job on the block here and start the second half.
10 seconds.
So the defense was there from the Blue Jays the whole time. While Chris was talking, the Blue Jays full court pressed the Satellites, and they couldn't get it across the timeline, and they had it for too long. It's a turnover. The Blue Jays will take over here as it's Connor Benson bringing it across the timeline. Benson back over to Cheyenne Allen, who then finds Ty Schumacher. Back up to Quinn Bales, over to Benson. Benson back to Bales, who then finds Schumacher. Schumacher inside to Kelson Jordan. Back up top to Benson. Wide open three on the way from Connor Benson. No good. Chased it down. That's a great rebound from Ty Schumacher. Back up to Cheyenne Allen, who then finds Connor Benson. Over to Kelson Jordan. Now into the corner to Quinn Bales. Bales into... Oh, nice move by Cheyenne Allen, and he gets the shot to go right in the paint. 32-18, as here's Derek Welsh, and head coach Eric Spear is not happy with Jay Huerta now. He is calling a timeout to talk things over, as tonight's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Yeah, Chris, he's not happy right now on your end of the floor.
Yeah, right now, just a lack of execution defensively. But, hey, you got to give North Judson credit. They're doing a good job of recognizing where the double team is coming from and being unselfish and finding the open teammate.
Yeah, all 10 points have been in the paint. So, they definitely made a emphasis, or had an emphasis at halftime to go inside.
Well, I just watched the Jumbotron here at North Judson-San Pierre. It said, how many other teams in the country have the same mascot as the South Central Satellites? And the answer was 0. There is no other team that has their mascot as the Satellites in the South Central of Union Mills. I think that's pretty interesting.
That surprises me. I would have thought somebody in Florida or something, I don't know.
Or especially high schools that came around that time.
Right.
The space race in the 60s. As they Satellites will have possession here, they kick it back court to Kevin Higley. Higley's going to bring it across the timeline with Connor Benson on him. He gets it to Clayton Stroud. Stroud back up top to Braden Grass. Now he's driving baseline. Grass fakes the shot, puts up the second one, and it's blocked by Kelson Jordan. Here come the Blue Jays. Connor Benson crossing the timeline. Hands off to Kelson Jordan. Jordan driving inside, puts up the shot, and no good. A foul's going to be called on the floor, I believe. So, an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. We also see Jack Haschel. He's going to check in for the Satellites, and Braden Grass will check out. As here's the out-of-bounds play for the Blue Jays. They get it into Kelson Jordan. Now he puts up the shot inside. No good. Rebounded Kevin Higley. Here come the Satellites, 3:15 to go in the third. Up to Jack Haschel. Now over to Derek Welsh. He pops a three. No good. Rebounded Kelson Jordan. And Jordan's going to bring this one up. Here comes Kelson over to Ty Schumacher. Now he's driving baseline. Spins around. Back up to Kelson Jordan. Over to Benson. Now inside to Bales. Turnaround shot from the post. Quinn Bales is answering the call today. 34-18. The Blue Jays lead, and they are full court pressing the Satellites here. It's Noah Howard, who just checked in a few moments ago. Over to Jack Haschel, back to Howard, crossing the timeline, and he almost went over and back, but he saved himself. Now over to Kevin Higley in the far corner. Higley back up to Jack Haschel. Haschel spins around, keeps it alive. He picks up his dribble. Now he hands off to Clayton Stroud. Stroud with the ball, back to Kevin Higley up top. Kevin Higley, a junior, standing at 5'10", hands off to Derek Welsh. Of course, Welsh is a junior as well. Welsh back over to Kevin Higley, driving inside. It's going to be stolen by Cheyenne Allen. He picked the pocket. Here comes Cheyenne all the way, puts up the layup, and he gets the and one to go, and Cheyenne Allen, he's going to go to the line for a three-point opportunity. As he was staring down Kevin Higley, I think he thought Kevin was pushing him a little too hard there as he hit the deck hard off the layup. His knees hit the hardwood real hard. And you saw one of the Blue Jays come over to the aid of Cheyenne Allen, calming him down, say, calm down, it's not worth it. As you see Connor Benson check out for the Blue Jays and Eric Materna check in. As Cheyenne Allen goes to the line, he's played great tonight, fellas. His three-point opportunity is up away and no good, and the Satellites come up with the rebound here. As this is Clayton Stroud to bring it across the timeline. Stroud driving inside, over to Jack Haschel. Three in the corner on the way, too short, and it's going to be last touched by Quinn Bales as it goes out of bounds. Yeah. So second chance opportunities. We see Jay Huerta come in for Kevin Higley here, Coach.
Yeah, they've got to get something going here. This, they haven't scored yet in this half.
All right, out of bounds, play underneath their own basket for the Satellites. They get it out to Clayton Stroud. Stroud now inside to Derek Welsh. Welsh puts up the shot over Ty Schumacher, no good, and rebound Ty. Here comes Schumacher, bringing it forward up to Quinn Bales into the corner. Aldrich Harper for three on the way, and he drains it. Big time three for Aldrich Harper, 39-18, and then stolen by Cheyenne Allen, and he tried to keep it in bounds, but it was last touched by Cheyenne. It goes out. As they are everywhere right now, guys. The Blue Jays are swarming.
Yeah, that defense is just, it's unbelievable. At times, I'm sure for the Satellite, it looks like they got 7 and 8 players out there.
Well, this game was 22-18 at halftime. North Judson has started off this third quarter on a 17-0 run.
Yeah, and the Satellites just haven't been able to get a point on the board here in the third, as this was a big-time showing for the Blue Jays to start the second half.
Wow.
And then they're going to call an offensive foul. Wow. So offensive foul on the Satellites. It's a turnover, sees the Blue Jays take over here. So Cheyenne Allen gets it into Josiah McDaniel, who just checked in a little bit ago, as he finds over to Josiah McDaniel, back over to Cheyenne Allen, who then gets it back up top to Aldrich Harper, over to Quinn Bales, now inside to Aldrich Harper, great cut, puts up the layup, no good, rebounded by number 11, that was Braden Laudenbach, but then it was stolen back by the Blue Jays. So Quinn Bales is going to bring this one back out. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Blue Jays 39, Satellites 18. This is Josiah McDaniel, back over to Eric Materna up top. They're going to take their time, and I don't blame them. He's going to hold it here.
Hold it for one.
And Braden Laudenbach's going to let it happen. Materna still holding it up top, just past the volleyball line. As Materna with the ball takes the call from Cheatham. Cheatham yells it out to Materna. Spear tells Lautenbach to back up, just let the play come. They are going to hold this for one shot here. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter, 39-18. Here comes the play. Hand off to Josiah McDaniel up top on the volleyball line. Back over to Cheyenne Allen, then over to Quinn Bales. Bales inside to Eric Materna. 5 seconds to go. Materna fakes the pass, drives inside, kicks it out to the corner. Josiah McDaniel for the three on the way. No good, too hard. And that's the end of the third quarter, as the Blue Jays didn't allow the Satellites to score at all, Chris.
No, very good. Very good execution on the defensive end for North Judson. South Central got some good looks, just weren't able to convert. But again, North Judson there locked down defensively. Got a 10-second call and just executed both ends of the floor flawlessly there in that third quarter.
Yeah, your opinion on that third quarter for the Blue Jays, Coach?
Well, I thought North Judson picked up their pressure a little bit. The Satellites had 8 turnovers in that quarter, and you could just see there was a couple of them unforced, but for the most part, they were running and jumping like we knew that the Blue Jays would do, and Blue Jays only had 2 turnovers in that quarter.
That's great. That is great. They had a great defensive effort. I think head coach Eric Spear is most likely telling his Satellites, we have got to get the ball in the bucket, wouldn't you say, Chris?
Yeah, I think it's one of them things that where they definitely have to keep attacking and not set it on the three. I mean, it looked like in that quarter they were standing and shooting the 3 ball and trying to get back with it, get back in the game with one shot. And it's just one of them things that everybody, that's what you think about. But, baskets are more important. Baskets and stops, that's what you got to remember. It doesn't make a difference if it's 2 or 3.
So we'll start the fourth quarter here. As it's Colin Ward on the sideline, getting it into Derek Welsh. Welsh is going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to find Colin Ward. Ward now with the ball. Driving inside. And it's going to be lost out of bounds. It's going to be turnover, or no, stays here. Satellite ball, last touch by a Blue Jay.
Yeah, Quinn Bales knocked that out of bounds.
So the Satellites kick it back court to Noah Howard. He's going to bring it across the timeline here. Noah with the ball. Picks up his dribble. Back over to Derek Welsh. Welsh now, top of the key, driving inside, almost stolen by the Blue Jays again. He hands off to Colin Ward. Ward now to the corner. Jay Huerta with the ball. Huerta driving inside, picks up his dribble right inside the free throw line of the paint. Gets it out to Braden Grass. Grass driving inside, picks it up again.
Great defense. Nice cut.
Dump off to Colin Ward, and then a block by Cheyenne Allen. As that's another defensive stop for the Blue Jays. We see Wyatt Stowe check in for Quinn Bales here as it's an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Satellites.
Blue Jays just look like they can turn it on the defensive side or shut it down a little bit. Doesn't make a difference, and there are 8 players coming in.
So Colin Ward now with the ball, finds Derek Welsh driving inside, blocked from behind Josiah McDaniel, but they're going to call him for a foul. That sends Derek Welsh to the line here in the fourth quarter, a chance for them to score for the first time in this second half. And boy, let me tell you, the Satellites need it badly.
2 shots.
Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Derek Welsh's first free throw's on the way, and he makes it count, as today's game is also brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Snep at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Welsh's second free throw on the way, and he makes it count. 39-20, the first points for the Satellites in the second half come in the fourth quarter, as here's Josiah McDaniel to bring it across the timeline for the Blue Jays. McDaniel over to Eric Materna. Derek Welsh on him, inside to Wyatt Stowe, fakes the shot, puts up the layup, and he gets fouled. No good, but he will go to the line for 2 now.
It's going to Braden Grass. Second.
So Wyatt Stowe goes to the line. He's going to get 2 chances here. This could make it a 20-point-plus ball game here at the line. Wyatt Stowe's free throws up, and that's exactly what he does. He makes it a 20-point ball game, 40-20. Second free throw from Wyatt Stowe is on the way, as they get it into Braden Grass, and Grass back to Derek Welsh. Welsh brings it across the timeline, as he's going to drive baseline. Fakes the shot, puts it up, blocked from behind by Josiah McDaniel. He gets his own rebound, though, stolen. Here comes Wyatt Stowe, bringing it across the timeline, and he's going to bring it back up top, over to Josiah McDaniel. Fakes the 3, now he's dribbling, back up to Wyatt. Wyatt now driving inside to the corner, and it was last touched by a Satellite, tipped. It'll stay here, Blue Jay ball.
Nice thing for the Blue Jays. You're getting the opportunity to rest a few kids. It looks like they're going to probably get to the championship game. Not, still a lot of time, but
sure.
Coach Cheesham's getting the opportunity to rest some kids.
Well,
timeout.
And Cheesham's going to call a timeout. And correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. I believe Cheesham was telling us in the post game the other day. He said you don't want to keep it in the 40s. And here we are in the 40s, and they're luckily in the lead, but this was more of where the Satellites kind of wanted to keep the Blue Jays, I think.
Well, the Satellites like to get up and down the floor, too. They just I don't think they've seen a lot of teams with the type of defense that they have. I mean, that pressure, especially, in the beginning of the game in the third quarter, was what we've seen out of the Blue Jays. Second quarter, they kind of let up a little bit and let them get to, within 4 at halftime, but since then, it's been all Blue Jay.
Yeah, North Judson just locked down defensively. I tell you what, North Judson showing that they can win a game in the 70s and win a game in the 40s.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Chris, and that's exactly what they've done today, as they are looking very good. And as Coach Terry Minix just mentioned, they are looking like they might go on into the championship round. But a lot of time is left, as he just mentioned, as here's Wyatt Stowe kicking it over to Eric Materna. He's at the volleyball line with Braden Grass on him. 6 minutes ago here in the ball game, they get it into Wyatt Stowe. Stowe brings it back out. Now he kicks it over to Aldrich Harper. Harper now with the ball. Harper's going to drive around, spin, picks up his dribble. Now he gets it back over to Josiah McDaniel. McDaniel back over to number 23. First time we're seeing him tonight is Lucas Burkett. Lucas Burkett in today, as wrapped up. Derek Welsh was on him. They're going to call him for a foul, as Derek Welsh, one of the players on the Satellites team that head coach Eric Spear has talked about many times, The growth with Derek Welsh this season has been exponential, and the future for him is very bright. As the Blue Jays kick it back court to Wyatt Stowe, he picks up his dribble, top of the key, finds Aldrich Harper. Now over to Lucas Burkett from 15 in the corner, no good, and rebounded Colin Ward. Here comes Colin. He brings it across the timeline, hands off to Derek Welsh, deep three on the way, top of the key. No good, too hard, off back iron, and rebounded Lucas Burkett. He finds Josiah McDaniel. And here comes McDaniel as the bench is going to get a good amount of time here for the Blue Jays. Great experience as Josiah McDaniel finds it in the corner for Aldrich Harper. Back up top to Eric Materna. Fakes the three. Materna now to the corner. Wyatt Stowe. 5 minutes to go here in the ballgame. 41-20. The Blue Jays lead over the South Central Satellites. Here's Eric Materna, and he's going to get a foul. It looks like Braden Grass is called on that foul. Reach in.
Going to be his third.
And we're also going to see Cole Wilcox check in here for the Blue Jays. Chris and I remember Cole Wilcox from football season. As they dump it back court to Cole Wilcox. Wilcox hands off to Josiah McDaniel, and McDaniel's going to bring it across the timeline here. Josiah. He's driving baseline, puts up the layup, and he gets it to go. Josiah McDaniel. 43-20, the Blue Jays lead here as it's Kevin Higley to bring it across the timeline. Drives inside, and then a foul called, I believe, on Josiah.
No, they're going to call that on Burkett with the push from behind.
So Lucas Burkett with the foul. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Satellites. They dump it into Noah Howard. Back up top to Kevin Higley. Higley now over to Howard. Howard looking inside. Derek Welsh stolen by Josiah McDaniel, and he tried to chase it down, but it goes out of bounds as it will stay here, Satellite ball.
Well, it really doesn't matter who the Blue Jays put in. I mean, their defense just keeps going and going. It's like Timex.
Yeah, no kidding. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Isn't that the old?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
As it's another out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Satellites. It's Clayton Stroud gets it into Derek Welsh, and then a reach-in foul from behind. Josiah McDaniel is called for it.
It's his second, team fourth.
So out-of-bounds play again underneath their own basket for the Satellites. It's Clayton Stroud to take it out. Stroud. Deep. Cole Wilcox is going to intercept it. Now here comes Cole, coast to coast, puts up the layup, and he's going to get it. And one. Thank you very much. Oh, Cole Wilcox goes to the line.
That was just pure strength right there with the finish at the basket. Had the South Central defender all over him, hanging all over him. He just double pumped right there. Going to complete the three-point play here the old-fashioned way.
The old traditional three-point play, and Cole Wilcox makes it count. 46-20. The Blue Jays lead with 4:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. This is the semifinal round of Sectional 34 here in North Judson-San Pierre High School. This is Jay Huerta with his back to the basket, finds Noah Howard. Howard dumps off to Kevin Higley, back up top. This is Derek Welsh, three on the way. No good. Rebounded Kevin Higley, though. They get a second chance. Higley puts up the layup, no good, and Cole Wilcox is going to be called for the foul. That puts Kevin Higley at the line. He's going to shoot two. As Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Kevin Higley missed the first free throw. We also see a substitution. Number 33, Sam Hollum, is going to check in, and Aldrich Harper will check out. Kevin Higley's second free throw up, away, and good. As now the score is 46-21. 4 minutes to go here in game one of this sectional semifinal round. As this is Sam Hollum now with the ball. Picks up his dribble, fakes the pass. Looking inside, nothing there. Back up top to Wyatt Stowe. Stowe now with the ball. Fakes going right, now he's going left. Jay Huerta on him. Wyatt brings it back up top inside to Josiah McDaniel, and it just was a little too hard. Actually tipped by a Satellite, then last touched by Josiah. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Satellite basketball here as we see Kevin Higley check out and number 11, Braden Loudenbach, check in. And we also see Jack Haschel, who just checked in a few moments ago, is on the floor as they dump it into Noah Howard to bring it across the timeline. Howard finds Jack Haschel. Haschel inside to Loudenbach, and it just falls out of his hands. Too hard of a pass. And it'll be another turnover for the Satellites. They've only scored 3 points in this second half, guys.
Yeah, it's been a rough
no field goals, all free throws.
Yeah. It's just not been the kind of half that Eric Spear would want for his Satellites. You got to feel for him. As here's Josiah McDaniel driving in. He kicks it out to number 23. That is Lucas Burkett. Back over to Sam Hollum. He's driving inside. Dumps off. Nice pass to Lucas Burkett, and he gets the 2 to go. The Blue Jays have just put up a second half performance, one to remember, as here's Noah Howard driving inside, jump step, and then he puts up the layup, no good, but he's fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot 2 here, as we thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Noah Howard's first free throw is up, away, and good, as today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. Noah Howard's second free throw goes through, making it 48-23, and the points in the second half for the Satellites are still coming from just free throws here, as this is Josiah McDaniel, top of the key. Josiah dumps off to Lucas Burkett. Burkett with the ball now. Oh, it's almost stolen by Loudenbach. It is stolen. That's Noah Howard who got in there, and then a reach-in foul called on Noah, as it'll stay here, Blue Jay ball.
It's going to be 1-on-1.
Yeah, 1-on-1 opportunity.
Actually, that call was on Burkett.
Oh, Burkett.
His second.
So that sends Noah Howard to the line. So it wasn't on the Satellites. It was actually on the Blue Jays. As that's one thing about these Satellites. They don't give up. They go to the very end. As Noah Howard makes his first free throw of 2. That's something, a trait that we've talked about all season long in these South Central Satellites, is that they just work so hard and play to the very last, play to the whistle, really. So Noah Howard gets the second free throw to go, making it 48-25. And here comes Josiah McDaniel for the Blue Jays to bring it across the timeline. Josiah with Jack Haschel on him.
We traveled.
And he did. He did travel there. So another turnover for the Blue Jays, as this is Clayton Stroud to get it into Noah Howard for the Satellites. 2:25 to go here in the ball game. This is a chance to move on to the sectional championship round that will be tonight here at North Judson-San Pierre High School. This is Clayton Stroud kicking it over to Noah Howard. Howard now into Jay Huerta. Huerta picks up his dribble. Ooh, yeah, he did. Now to the corner, Braden Loudenbach, and then a foul called. As, yeah, Coach, he got away with shuffling his feet
I think
there.
he's calling this one Sam.
Yep.
Sam.
So Sam Hollum on the call there. As that puts Noah Howard at the line, we'll see Clayton Stroud check out, and number 35, Bradley Bashinsky, check in for the Satellites here as Noah Howard's at the line. The free throw's up, no good. Rebounded Lucas Burkett. And here come the Blue Jays up to Josiah McDaniel. Here comes Josiah across the timeline. 2 minutes to go. He finds Lucas Burkett back up to Wyatt Stowe. Stowe over to Sam Hollum in the corner right in front of the Blue Jay bench. Hollum picks his dribble up. Noah Howard all over him. Now he finds Cole Wilcox up top. Braden Loudenbach on him. Wilcox with the ball. He finds Lucas Burkett right in front of Coach Cheesem. Now here comes Burkett driving over to the left. Now finds Josiah McDaniel. McDaniel dribbling to the right. Brings it back out with Jack Haschel on him. Josiah now finds Lucas Burkett. 1:30 to go. Burkett fakes the pass inside. Now finds Cole Wilcox up top. Cole with the ball inside to Wyatt Stowe. Back to Cole. Now over to Josiah. Pops the 3, extended wing. Wow. Splash. Water. as Josiah McDaniel makes it happen. 51-25, 1 minute to go. And on the other end, Noah Howard drives inside, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded Brayton Lautenbach. His putback is no good, and rebounded by Josiah McDaniel. So all Josiah here in the last 2 possessions as he's going to bring it up across the timeline here. Here comes the double. Josiah picks up his dribble into Sam Hollum. Hollum drives, kicks off to Cole Wilcox, and then the layup is easily done. Cole Wilcox sets his 4th point of the day, 53-25 here, as Jay Huerta loses it, picked up by Josiah McDaniel, and that's 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. I believe the Blue Jays are going to dribble this one out, guys.
Yeah, very impressive effort here defensively by North Judson, not giving up a single field goal.
So Cole Wilcox is up top. You can hear Blue Jay Nation on their feet clapping because their North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays are going to be in the sectional championship game here later on this evening. What an excellent game. The final score was 53-25 as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays beat the South Central Satellites. For Terry Minix, Chris McGowan, I'm Mitch Columbi. We are going to take a break and come back for the Collins Insurance postgame show. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix.
Well, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays prevail in today's game over the South Central Satellites and punch their ticket to the sectional championship matchup, where we will find out who is going to be in that game, as it is between LaVille and South Bend Career Academy. That's coming up next. But let's start with you, Terry Minix. What's your overall opinion of today's game for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays?
Well, to be honest, if you take away that second period, they played as flawless as they could. I mean, it was really, really good. They played, the typical Blue Jay defense where they were swarming, they were everywhere, and offensively they shared the basketball, did a real nice job there. Like say, the second period it kind of was a little bit of a letdown for them. Let the Satellites come back and get it within 4, but maybe at halftime Coach Cheatham reminded them of that and told them, hey, enough of that. And obviously it worked because they didn't let the Satellites score a basket in the second period or second half.
Chris, your alma mater, they came out in full force that third quarter. They didn't allow anything in the second half, essentially, just free throws from the Satellites. Give us your opinion on the Blue Jays here.
Yeah, just excellent execution on the defensive end. Would have liked to have been a fly on the wall to hear what Coach Cheeson said, to come out and for them to execute the way they did defensively. But again, I tell you what, if North Judson can play defense like that night in and night out, I like their chances to be successful here tonight.
Yeah, when you can play defense like that and you can share the ball the way they did, that's a tough out for any team to try to match up against you. Like say, they did a good job the second half of going inside, establishing, the first 10 points in that second half were all in the paint. What you and I talked about, what they needed to do, and they did it. And they've got the ability to do that inside out. It doesn't matter. They got great shooters on the outside, and they all can defend. I mean, it's a well-rounded team, and it's going to be a tough out. Whoever, if it's South Bend or if it's LaVille, it's going to be a tough out. But never put anything past Coach Edison.
Exactly, and I tell you what, I think probably one of the most impressive things about the North Judson performance today is the fact that one of their leading scorers didn't even score today. This morning.
Yeah, you're right.
Ty Schumacher.
He did.
So
he had several opportunities.
He rested offensively today this morning, so maybe saving that up for tonight. I don't know. But again, I think that was part of the defensive game plan that South Central executed as well. But again, that just shows the depth of this North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay basketball team, where you're, 1,000-point score doesn't even have to score.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he took very many shots.
It wasn't very many, was it,
No,
Coach?
no, he didn't take many, and like I say, they're just so deep. I mean, they played basically 9 players, and they did a real nice job. And it doesn't make a difference who it is on the offensive side or defensive side. Once they come in, it doesn't change. Their system, their method, their game plan doesn't change. But they did a great job on Jay Huerta. I only had him for 3 points on the day, and he really didn't get a lot of opportunities. It was just they locked down him on the defensive side.
They really did.
It was just all in all, a little bit of a hiccup in that second period. But I'm sure Coach Cheatham and the North Judson fans can take that little bit of hiccup when you come out and play a second half quite like that.
Well, we're going to take a break and come back for the Stark County Co-op play of the game, as this is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Awald. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you have made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Now, let's return to the voices of WKVI, Sports Director Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix.
All right, before we get to the Stark County Co-op play of the game, we have head coach Kent Cheatham up here. Thanks for walking up to the nest, Coach. Your overall opinion on what your boys did there in that game?
Well, we got off to a good start, and then we kind of just relaxed a little bit. And, you give South Central credit. Those guys played really hard, and they played hard the whole game like they have the whole season. And, we got a little tight there at halftime. I was really happy with the way we left the locker room. We didn't give up a field goal in the second half. Our defense was pretty solid. Our rebounding was much better, and those are the two things we really talked about at halftime. So, it was a good effort in the second half, and, we got the W, so we get to play another one.
Right. Well, the big thing was the second half. Like you say, you didn't give up anything. You only had that little hiccup in the second period where you gave up and let them come back. But what did you say at halftime, or they just kind of know?
Well, I mean, it's at halftime we talked about our defense and our rebounding. We also talked about offensively. I thought we were impatient. We got a lead, and that's sometimes what we do. If we get a lead, then we think we're going to score quick, and after 2 or 3 passes, and that's not how we were scoring in the beginning of the ball game. And their defense and their game plan was really solid. We had to work the basketball a little bit more and be more patient. I thought Kelson Jordan was really more patient in the post. I know they held him down scoring-wise, but, he got the ball in the post. He got a bucket, got a couple of assists when they doubled him in the second half. Cheyenne Allen was more patient on his touches. He got several rebounds in the first half, offensive rebounds that should have been buckets, and he just got excited and played a little too fast with it. We all slowed down and were under control and just played a lot better.
Well, I think we said at the halftime you needed to establish the inside because you were settling in the first half, or the second quarter especially, from the outside, and you went inside, and your first 10 points of the second half were all in the paint.
Right.
So was that an emphasis that you spoke about?
Yeah, not just at halftime. That was an emphasis before the game, believe it or not. We just had to be reminded of that later.
Okay.
We wanted to play inside out, and we thought we had an advantage in there. But, they were physical in there early, and we kind of got away with it, and we hit some threes early. And so then we just kind of kept doing it, and we had to get back to the game plan.
So we'll see you tonight.
All right. Good deal.
Good job, Coach.
Right,
we'll see you tonight in the sectional championship
Thank you.
round.
Good job.
That is
Good
head
job.
coach
Good luck to you.
Kent Cheesem of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. As I turn things over to Terry Minix real quick, Coach, your overall opinion on our Stark County Co-op play of the game.
Well, the play of the game, the whole second half was a play of the game for the Blue Jays, but I thought one that kind of stuck out to me was the steal in the fourth quarter by Cole Wilcox at the 4:25 mark. Had a steal and an and one for the old-fashioned and one, and went up 46-20, and kind of just there was no looking back at that point. So for that reason, Cole Wilcox has the play of the game.
Nice. Well, he came in off the bench and provided good minutes. As we are going to take a break and come back for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch.
Hey, thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
All right, Coach, let's hear your opinion on our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game.
Well, I thought Quinn Bales did a great job getting them started, doing a great job in that first half, and I thought Cheyenne Allen did a lot in the second half. So for that reason, I'm going to give players of the game, Quinn Bales and Cheyenne Allen, 5-star players of the game.
Quinn Bales and Cheyenne Allen as co-players of the game. Chris, what do you think?
Hey, I agree with that. Can't go wrong there. I tell you what,
check behind you, Coach.
There. Coach Spear.
There he is.
All right. Hey, we're live. I love it. All right, Coach. Hey, your kids came out and battled that first half. Looked like you guys executed the game plan defensively. What happened there at halftime?
I don't know. I actually didn't think we executed well, but we played well enough defensively, and I just felt like the third quarter we let it slip and we couldn't get our grips back.
Did North Judson do anything differently that surprised you this morning?
No, they played a lot harder, though, the first 3 minutes of that third quarter than they did the first half. I mean, they helped us a little bit, but they're really good, and when they come out with that type of intensity and that type of aggression and that type of, they're just good. I think that whole third quarter, I don't even know if we gave up a jump shot. I think it was all layups, and so they did what they were supposed to do, and we didn't execute on the other end.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, nothing to hang your hat on or hang your heads over. Your team came out, they battled all the way, all 4 quarters. Big things here in the future for your young satellite team, that's for sure.
I hope so. We just got to keep getting better every day.
All right, Coach, thanks for taking time for the interview here after a tough loss, and good luck in the offseason and next year.
All right, Chris, I appreciate you getting that. That was so awesome. Getting a little inside access down there. I like having a sideline reporter. What do you think, Coach?
Well, that's nice. I mean, and I'm sure the coaches appreciate it because they got us up here so high, they probably don't want to climb all them steps anyway, so that worked out great.
That's exactly what Coach Spears said. He goes, so I don't have to walk all the way up there now, do I? No, you're good.
Well, I think Coach Cheeseman must have missed you down there, so I don't know. He might like taking the extra steps, knowing him. He's
I'm sure
in
Coach
shape.
Cheeseman likes the steps there. Likes to work out the cardio.
Well, guys, we're getting set for tonight. A lot is happening. We'll get your final thoughts here in a moment, but KVB Sports is back in action tonight as we will be here for the sectional championship matchup between the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays and either the LaVille Lancers or the South Bend Career Academy Trailblazers. We will be going live at 6:30 p.m. Central right here on 99.3 FM and WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us every weekend for the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world at WKVI.com. Hey, due to today's shortened Saturday Sports Line, we will not be re-airing tomorrow's broadcast tomorrow like we usually do. We also invite you to follow us on social media, on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you, Coach.
Well, that was just a typical Blue Jay, game. They showed you what they're capable of doing on the defensive side, and the thing is, like you said, Ty did not score, but they still found a way to win because they're so deep. I mean, they've got 7 or 8 players that can lead them in scoring and get 15, 20 points. But so Ty ought to be good rested for tonight, and I'm sure he'll be ready to go.
Chris, your overall opinion of today's game?
Just a workmanlike performance by North Judson. Again, just come out and did what they had to do to advance to tonight's championship game. And I tell you what, whoever wins this next game, it's going to be a good matchup either way. So, again, North Judson going to have to come to work, that's for sure, and execute. But, again, just a great overall team performance. Every kid got to see the floor this morning for North Judson. Again, just that depth was too much for South Central to overcome.
Well, you guys are great. I appreciate you joining us this morning. As from all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, our sports analyst, Terry Minix, and Chris McGowan, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services specializing in mobile crane service, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.